Hey guys, welcome to the Beautifully Nasty podcast. I am Daniel. You probably know me as SBK on YouTube.
And I am Courtney. I'm very new to this. I also have a account on YouTube called Courtis in Sesh.
We've been talking about doing this thing for a long time.
Oh my god, yeah.
For like 3 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
A long time.
It's been a trip. We're kind of doing it at an odd time, but we're going to start picking this up and hopefully see how things work out with everybody.
And we're like, we're going to record today, and we don't do it. Something came up, but we're actually doing it.
Yeah.
Today.
We put it off like majority of the time, which is kind of funny. Because it was like, for me, it was like I was a little nervous.
Well, we're both nervous. It's like starting a new thing. It's like we're starting something brand new.
Yeah, we're starting a pretty big journey. I call it a journey because I feel like it is, in a way. We really want to get you guys involved in with us, you know, knowing what we're going to be doing later on. And it's not going to be anything boring. Like, I mean, it's just going to be us having a good old time.
Yeah, you just, welcome here. Just listen to us talk. And if you relate, you relate. If you don't, then you can let us know what you want us to talk about. We can talk about it.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of fun stuff later on. I mean, we've talked several ideas, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, we have like, we're thinking about what we can do in the future, and it's like big things, and hopefully, if we get bigger or whatever, we can do those things.
Yeah. But for now, it's just fun. It's us being us, and
see where it leads. Maybe completely different. It's like whenever I started my YouTube channel, it was like, okay, I'm going to do just like video edits of stupid things, but then it turned into like reviews. It's just completely different than what I wanted to start out. So I'm excited to see how this grows.
I feel like a lot of YouTubers, they always start off doing something that is a little easy and like is in their realm. So like, for us, it's like a whole new... Well, I shouldn't say for us. I should say for me. Because you have more of the side where you know how people are going to react with you and what they like a little bit.
A little bit. But mine's a little bit scripted. Like, this is just we're talking.
Yeah.
So, and it's completely different for me. I mean, I think it's just different for both of us.
I am actually very happy to see the reaction we've gotten from a lot of people recently for us being able to release something like this. I've gotten a lot of people turn heads and they're just like, oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome. Like, you guys are gonna talk on there and like, this is gonna be cool. So like, I'm excited to hear how people are gonna give feedback, about it. This is gonna be pretty neat.
Yeah, it's like mainly our friends and coworkers, because no one around here really knows a podcast. I mean, it's something different. People are like, you're really doing a podcast?
Yeah.
You're really doing that?
But what's so funny is the ones that like don't even know what a podcast is. They're just like, what's a podcast?
Do you have to have an iPod for that?
Like, just to make y'all aware, we live in South Carolina, okay? So we live in like the hickish South. So we got people that are like, what is a podcast? Like,
what's a podcast?
And you're just like over here like...
Is that the thing from Star Wars?
Yeah. And I'm over here like, no, we're not as cool as that, but we're getting there. We're stepped down.
Yeah, we're not Red and Link. We're not H3. We're not, who are they? Rooster Teeth. We're just, 2 people living in Myrtle Beach. Everyone knows Myrtle Beach.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have to say, I'm like, I'm somewhat proud to be from here, but then I kind of am not. I mean, like, it's got a lot of cool stuff to look around at. There's a lot of, like, family-oriented stuff, but, like, just for me.
They're trying to be family-oriented, but it's...
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure our demographic, they watch American Dad. I'm pretty sure you guys watch American Dad. They make so many... No, is it American Dad? Or is it, No, it's Archer. They make so many Myrtle Beach jokes.
I think somebody told me about that. Now, I haven't really got into Archer.
I got a little bit into it. I remember the first season, or first couple seasons, like, the main bad guy was an organization called ISIS.
Oh,
but then the whole
gosh.
ISIS thing happened, and they had to change the name of it. But yeah, they made so many Myrtle Beach jokes.
It's so funny when I do hear Myrtle Beach jokes, like on TV or like in movies or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't know whether to be happy about that or to be like ashamed.
Yeah.
So it's very different.
It's called Dirty Myrtle.
Yeah.
For a reason.
Oh my gosh. When that show came out, that really changed things. Like, I was just like, I don't think I'm going to say I'm from Myrtle Beach anymore. Like, because I moved to Florida for a while. And it was a whole nother world in a way. Because, like, nobody in Florida is from Florida.
See, I've never been to Florida. Yeah, everyone goes to Florida.
Like, you go there, and, like, you'll talk to somebody, and you'll be like, so, where are you from? And they'll just be like, yeah, Chicago. Like, and you're just like, what are you doing all the way down here? Like, and it's just, like, the same kind of people. Like, most of the time, they're like, oh, I just wanted to get a, break from work, and, like, the city and all that. But, like, I don't know. Little parts of Florida have their own little mixture of, like, bits of parts of the city. But
bunch of old people.
yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just like, I used to make this joke about the dolphins. And what it was is, like, I would say, you want to know why they never win? And it was like, oh, why? And I'm just like, well, because, all the old people flock there. So no wonder they can never win a game. Like, it was just a lame joke. It was like right when I moved there, and I was just like, I probably should not try to do really dumb jokes.
But no, like, okay, for you guys listening, we make so many dumb jokes. We're going to make a lot of dumb jokes.
Yeah, like, I'm just going to forewarn you, like, I know I'm not funny, so I promise you I'm not trying to pretend to be funny. Like, hey, when somebody's like, hey, do you think you're funny? Do you raise your hand? And I'm over here like, I know I'm not funny. I'm not even going to raise my hand. But no, I knew about podcasts for like a while, but I didn't really get
for
into
years. Them. Years. Like since like 07 or something like that. Podcast came around. But you had to have an iPod, I think.
Yeah. I feel like they got a lot more popular now though.
Yeah. And now they're doing it on Twitch. And it's pretty much, what is a podcast anyway?
It's just like, I don't know. Like, I guess it's more of like just a...
What's the difference between a talk show, like with Howard Stern, and a podcast?
I think it just makes it really like a lot easier for like producers and stuff like that. Like people that like have to do like the back stuff, like the backstage stuff. Like I feel like it makes it a little bit easier. Mm-hmm. And it's more focused on the sound and like you have to really pay attention. Like in my voice, how I'm feeling and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're watching a show, you like see every detail. So it's like, when they're nervous. Yeah. It's just like, it's weird. I don't know. But by the way, speaking of YouTubers, not too long ago when we were just talking about H3 and all that, we are big fans of them.
Huge fans. I followed Listen, I'm going to go on a little thing here. I followed Ethan since like he started his, what was it? It's Pepsi Max and Doritos. It's like this weird thing where he's like, I eat Doritos and Pepsi Max, and it's like Dorito icons everywhere. It's like a montage parody type thing. Gosh. And I was like, this is funny. And all my friends were like, this is not funny. This is stupid. Why would you watch this garbage? And then now he has a podcast. He has a clothing line coming up soon. I think this week or something like that. And I've just been a fan of him since like 10,000 subscribers or something like that.
It was funny because how I stumbled upon Rhett and Link.
They're good too.
They were like my first podcast I ever listened to. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm not even joking. Like, that was my first podcast I listened to.
Ehlinger Biscuits?
Yes. And it was, I think it was called something else back in the day. I'm not really sure. But I remember Link had his long hair. Mm-hmm. And I picked it because they were looking kooky. They were looking kooky.
About old?
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about like when they did the Super Note thing with, it's like had a green background.
Yes.
That's old. That's before Good Mythical Morning and all that stuff. Wow.
Yeah. Because I didn't see them on like YouTube until like after a while, but like their podcasts were so funny, and they would actually engage in like games and like stuff like that. And like I just remember like I clicked on them randomly because I was like trying to find like podcasts that I was into. Yeah. And like they were so good. Like I was just like, oh my gosh, these guys are really cool. Like it made me feel like there was more weird people like me in the world. Like, there was more nerdy, geeky, like, funny people like me in the world. Like, it made me fit in.
They're all in California.
I know. Now they're like, wait, aren't they from North Carolina, though?
They're from, Buies Creek, North Carolina. It's like, I think it's in the mountains, I'm not sure. But, I remember they talked about going to South Carolina, buying fireworks, and then going to North Carolina because fireworks is illegal, I think.
I always thought that was so odd that, like...
They'll go to Sparkies. You know Sparkies, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they go to Sparkies.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so if you've never been to South Carolina, which probably half of our listeners will be our friends and coworkers and all that, so you guys already probably know about this. But for those of you just listening, in South Carolina, there is like 1,000 firework places.
A bunch of them.
Like, all times of the year. I'm talking like you could go at Christmas time and pick up a whole batch of fireworks.
We live walking distance away from a fireworks store. It's like a mega superstore.
Like, when I was going in between jobs, and I couldn't figure out where to work, and I was like, what is hiring? And literally, right down the road was a firework place, and I was just like, I don't know, this might be tempting. How much do they pay?
See, I wanted to work there, but I think it'll be slow during the off season, like, not, like, really slow.
Probably so. Because, like, I mean, usually when people come around getting fireworks, it's usually around, like,
4th of
July,
Christmas,
typical thing, yeah. Speaking of, Halloween's coming up.
Halloween's, yeah.
I have my costume already picked out. We've already decided what we're going to be. I'm excited. I don't know if anybody out there, watches Doctor Who.
They watch Doctor Who. Everyone watches Doctor Who.
It's just like everybody's at least heard of Doctor Who.
Well, if you haven't watched Doctor Who, quit listening to this. Watch like a couple seasons, come back. That's what you have to do.
The funny thing was, when I watched that show and I found out that the 10th Doctor had ended up being in Harry Potter, I was like, okay, mind's blown. I don't know what's going on with life anymore.
Apparently, there's this title, there's this episode in Doctor Who where it was the title of the episode was the same title of the chapter where the character that David Tennant plays as appears in the book. It's something weird, something...
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there was something that went down around about that. Like, people talked about it.
I don't know exactly what it was.
Yeah, but... I don't know the exact stuff. But, like, it was pretty interesting to find out. Like, the actors I was watching, because I had never heard of them at the time. Like, watching Doctor Who, I was like, what in the world is this? Like, this is some cheesy stuff.
What is this kooky do with a laser and a flying portable toilet?
I think what had me was the sonic screwdriver. Like, in my head, I was like, a screwdriver, really? Yeah. Like, just a decked out screwdriver. Like, I was like, so what is he gonna do? Go to home and, like, fix toilets for a living and, like, work on little handy dandy knickknacks in your house for a, living? Like, I didn't know. I was like, what the heck is this?
By the way, I know it's not a portable toilet. It just looks like one. I know it's a phone booth. Just putting it out there. I know it's a phone booth.
Yeah, as you get on,
I'm a huge fan of
used to this. As you get used to this podcast, you'll realize that Daniel, he sounds serious a lot of the time.
Yeah,
when he's joking,
that's
but
my
he's
problem.
not.
That's my problem. I say jokes, but it's serious in a serious way, and they're like, "Are you joking or are you being funny?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to be funny."
But the thing is with me, like, I laugh at my own jokes. Like, I'm a ditz. Like, I make a joke. I may make like something so completely dumb, and it won't even be funny. But I'll laugh, and everybody will be like, why are you laughing? Like, what? It's just, I don't know. And then odd times, I'll, like, believe it or not, I will actually say a really good joke, and somebody will be like, oh my God, that was really good. And I'm just like, thank you. I worked very hard for that one. But
I'm in the same boat. I'm like, sometimes I try to be funny. It doesn't work. But when I'm not trying to be funny, I'm just talking, and people laughing. I'm like, what's funny? What did I just say that was funny? And they're like, you said that thing. And I was like, I'm just
sometimes
talking.
It's the way you say it, though.
It's the way you say it.
Because, like, I've had people go, oh my God, the way she said that was hilarious. Like, it's not even like what you said. Like, I've seen people literally laugh at the way I say, like, hello or something. Like, it's just simple as that. Like, it's just weird. Some people just have, like, this peculiar type of humor. But, like, it's really awesome to see them get that out of you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a fun person. Like, you know that is. Like, you can come and walk up and, like, they instantly are like, I like you. Those are, like, the people that I want to be around. Like, that's the kind of people I want to surround myself with, I feel like.
Yeah.
But, no, with this podcast, I really wanted to, like, bring us out of our element and really show people that we're just like you guys, you know? We don't expect anything big right now. It's just for fun.
We're mainly doing it for us and you guys. We have, like, we're kind of creative people. We try to do creative things and see where it leads us. By the way, our name, Beautifully Nasty.
Oh, yes.
But we're like, hey, it's Beautifully Nasty. We didn't even talk about our name.
Well,
how did that come about, Courtney?
Okay, so we kept trying to think of a podcast name, and the funny thing is, we came up with several different, like, stupid names, and we...
God, it's like the dumbest one. Do you remember one?
Oh, man, I don't even know.
I've been stuck on Beautifully Nasty for a while. I forgot the other ones.
There was, like, one that had to do with corn or something.
Man, if I had my notebook, I wrote them all down.
Yeah.
Man, I wrote them all down. We'll talk about that later.
But, no, we kind of we tried to use a generator.
Oh, yeah, a random generator. Just a random name generator.
And that kind of, like, backfired because we came up with, like, all these weird names, and I was just like, that doesn't really describe us.
We tried anagrams, too.
Oh, my God.
I wanted to be kind of clever with it, but I don't know how Beautifully Nasty came about.
I really don't remember how we came out. Like, he said something, like, something came up, and he was like, Beautifully Nasty. I remember you said that, and you were like, what do you think? And, like, I was just like, yeah, you know what? That actually is kind of cool because life is beautiful.
Yeah. And
it's nasty. So it's like, how can you not understand how that is? Yeah. So, like, now I feel like one of my friends was, like, telling me this. He was like, you know, it's a beautiful, nasty life. And I was like, that's clever.
Yeah.
Because it's true. It really is true.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
I find life very beautiful and funny and amazing. But at the same time, there's some nasty stuff going on.
Yeah.
In the words of That's So Raven, you little nasty. But no, I mean, I really like our name. It really makes it.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I love it.
I think it fits. Like it's just not like it's not pinpointing a certain thing that we're gonna talk about. So, but I feel like with Daniel, by the way, just in case you guys didn't know,
I'm the beautiful part of Beautifully Nasty.
Yeah, okay. You're more like the Lee, and I'm the beautiful. What are you talking about?
The Lee.
The beautiful Lee. Beautifully, I don't know. I can't say it.
Are you calling me a pair of pants?
Okay, so this is funny. We were practicing with this podcast, and I thought it was hilarious because I tried to do the intro several times, and I could not say beautifully.
It is kind of hard. You gotta beautifully. Am I saying it right? Beautifully Nasty.
That's bad if we can't even say our own name. Like, it's pretty nasty. We can't say it.
We'll get it.
But it's beautifully nasty that we can say.
See, it's kind of like Beautifully Nasty is the podcast because we're gonna have some beautiful parts of it, and then some. I don't know.
You don't even want to say nasty. You're like, we're gonna have some nasty parts.
This is not an X-rated. This is safe for work. This is safe for work. This is not X-rated.
Next thing they know, they're gonna like ponder upon the podcast and it's gonna say like, how to get your bunions in shape for next season. Like, and it's gonna be like, oh, now I know why they called it Beautifully Nasty.
Yeah.
No, we actually work together. I mean, I'm not going to tell anything about where we work, but we do work together.
Yeah.
We also have other jobs too. We're also roommates, so it kind of worked out.
We kind of known each other for years before.
Yeah. Yeah. The funny thing is,
just Facebook.
We went to school together, and we never even like knew each other in school. But somehow we were friends on Facebook. Yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody's like friends with somebody on Facebook that went to school with them, but they don't hang out. Yeah. So I feel like
I think your schedules were just clashing with mine. I just never saw you.
Well, you know, also back then in high school, I worked a lot in like the office, so it was like
I've never been in there. I was like always I was a good kid.
Oh my gosh, I've seen my share of like some crazy kids, but
oh man,
that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
Maybe that's a whole nother episode.
No, I mean, like, it's crazy. Like, I mean, we'll look at past stuff on Facebook and, like, I'll see Daniel's name. I don't know. Like, we just kind of developed the friendship later on. We just ended up becoming roommates, and this is what's happened of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of, you know, plot in the middle had caused it to happen. So it really worked out, though, for the best in the end.
Yeah.
But just in case, like, we want to tell you guys a little bit about us. And, as you know, Daniel's got his own little setup over here.
I'm weird. I review turtle accessories.
Yeah, okay. So he has a lot of views on this turtle video, which, like...
A lot. It's like, it's under 200.
His channel's doing pretty good. I feel like your channel's, you know, a little thrived. You know, it's getting there.
I lost a subscriber today.
You poor soul. That like poor subscriber.
Look, when we made our YouTube channel, the Beautifully Nasty one, I subscribed to me. So I was up to 190. I'm like, yes, I'm almost at 200. And then I lost a subscriber. I'm like 189 now.
We made a Twitter and like an Instagram. So like a lot of our stuff's going to be on there, you know. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm not really the best with like trending topics and stuff. So I think Daniel probably would be doing a lot more of that because he's more on
Fidget
top of
Spinners?
it. No, I haven't. Why don't you tell me about it?
There's a huge rave right now. Big rave. Speaking
of, I saw a fidget spinner the other day, and it was Captain America shaped. Captain America, like
Are you talking about the shield?
Yes.
Yeah, and it spirals? Yeah.
I thought that was so
That's
cool.
the coolest thing. Why are we talking about fidget spinners?
I don't know, but like that was like the coolest thing. Like I was like, I don't like fidget spinners, but I really like this one.
Man, that trend went out quick.
Just think, the person that made that thing is probably doing so well money-wise. Like, and all he had to do was take parts off of a skateboard and, like, a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
Like, it just, that amazes me. Like, I'll never forget my brother looking at one and was like, I could use these parts for my skateboard.
Now, I promise I'm not going to talk about fidget spinners for too long, but did you know about the story about how this lady invented fidget spinners in, like, the 90s?
No.
And she's mad she's not getting any money from this trend?
What?
Yeah, she made this fidget spinner, which I might probably put up a picture. I don't know what I'm going to do. Post, edit. But she made this fidget toy. It was like a spinner toy. I think it was called a spinner toy. But imagine like a floppy frisbee, and you spin it on your hand. It's like big, like a plate or something. You spin on your hand. It's like floppy, like plastic. And she called it the spinner toy. And then she developed it, and it started to look like a fidget spinner a little bit. And then she just abandoned the idea, didn't get any money off of it. And then the trend happened. She got mad. She's like, I need my money because I invented this thing.
Well, I remember when they came out with Fidget Cubes, like the little Fidget Cubes.
I remember that from Kickstarter from a long time ago.
Yeah, like I remember that coming out before the fidget spinner. And then, like, out of nowhere, it come out, like, in stores. I always thought it was just going to be online, that you can only get them online. And I didn't think it was that bad of an idea, but then when they came out with the fidget spinner, I was like, well, then what's the point of the fidget cube? Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I know it's got different sides, but that doesn't seem really interesting. It doesn't do anything.
What do you think the next trend would be?
Oh, I don't know.
First, it was hoverboards.
Oh my gosh.
And then it was, they don't even hover.
You know what the funny thing is? The other day I saw something that said swagger.
Swagger?
Swagger board or swagger hoverboard or something.
That's what we said in high school. Swag.
Oh,
swag,
I know.
Swag money. What was it? YCMB. What was it? Hashtag YOLO. You know why you don't hear YOLO anymore?
Why?
Because the people who said YOLO, they're dead now.
Oh my gosh. That's like way beyond our time, I feel like.
YOLO.
Next thing you know, like somebody later on is gonna like say like some kind of weird phrase, and I'm just gonna be like, "What in the world happened to the world? Like what?"
I mean, YOLO is a nice phrase to live by. That people just ruined it.
I know, like that. It used to be like people used to be like saying a motivational thing, and they'd be like, "Oh, you know, you only live once. Take advantage of life as it comes towards you. You know, like whatever." And then now, next thing you know, like some kid walks by and goes, YOLO. And it's just like,
YOLO.
What? It's just like, what? Like, you just turned, like, that motivational statement to, like, something totally bad.
Yeah. YOLO, let me steal this candy bar.
So, I'm pretty excited about going to Broadway around Halloween time because there is going to be so many different costumes.
Yeah.
I have to say last year, the best costume I seen, like on point, was Edward Scissorhands and the guy from Kiss. Well, what's his name? The one with the
Gene
long
Simmons?
tongue? Yes. They dressed to the T on that. Like, it was amazing. And get this now, it was a couple. And you couldn't even, like, this sounds bad. You couldn't even tell, like, if it was a girl or guy. But, like, that was the beauty of it. Because it was like, oh, these two people dressed up. That's amazing. They worked together. But it was actually a couple. They worked together to have outfits that, like, totally worked well with both of them.
Did we say what we're going to dress as?
Yeah. The doctors.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Daniel's going to be the other doctor.
I'm going to be the 10th, but it's starting to look like a preacher outfit. But, I mean...
You kind of look like one of those people that goes around and takes up, like, offering or something like...
I look like Donald Trump's kid.
You kind of did. I'm not going to lie. Like, you kind of did. All you needed was the wig.
I'm kind of thinking of not wearing the jacket.
I mean, you could. I mean, he goes without a jacket.
He does goes without a jacket.
So, I mean...
I can return it. Ooh. I can return the jacket.
Well, I already cut it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, man. Yeah, we're trying to get the shoulder pads out. Turns out they didn't have shoulder pads. It's like fake shoulder pads or something.
It's like those, like, little cotton ones that are, like, kind of flat, but it's not, like, the puffy shoulder pads. It's, like, weird. I don't know.
I don't know. I might wear it anyway because it's oversized and looks goofy.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it'll be cold enough, though, because, like, I know you said it was, like, really hot.
But I'll take that chance. If it's warm enough to where I'm not going to wear it, I'm not going to wear it. I'll take the chance.
Okay. I mean, I really want to know what a lot of other people are going to do. Like,
oh, there's a costume contest this Saturday, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I want to try to get that fixed out. So, like,
guess what the first prize is, number one?
What?
$2,000.
$2,000?
$2,000.
Oh, we got to enter in that.
You do anything Saturday?
Probably working, actually. What am I talking about? Yeah, like, I work, like, every day of my life. That's, like, every millennial's problem, I guess you could say.
Every single day.
I wish I didn't have to, like, or, like, if I, like, could work doing something I love to do. I'm very interested in art, so...
It's those heckin' baby boomers destroying every market you can think of. And, we're destroying Applebee's? Who cares about Applebee's?
I know, I saw like a blog on that and I was like, are you serious? Like, I don't even go to Applebee's anymore. What are you talking about?
I saw a headline. It said, an article title, it said, do millennials even eat food?
But what gets me though is like all that.
We don't have money to go on dates.
Are you kidding me? We literally sit at home and just swipe on Tinder. Like, we don't even have to get up and go out. Like, we can literally just be like, hey, come over to my house. Like, it's not even...
You want some ramen?
Yeah, like, just show up. Hey, I got some pasta for you.
I might put a little bit of sriracha in there. Netflix and sriracha.
The new, like, Netflix and chill is more like Netflix and actually chill at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I get so to the point where I'm lazy. I don't even care to do anything. It's bad. Netflix has become my life, I have to say. Like, I'm so excited for Stranger Things.
Oh my gosh. I've been intentionally trying not to watch shows on Netflix because I'm getting ready for Stranger Things.
Oh, man. I'm excited.
I'm going to binge the whole thing in one day, probably.
Seeing that trailer with 11 with her curly hair, I was like, oh my God.
Ooh.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Don't get me too excited.
So here's a little story about 11. You know this.
Do I?
Yeah, I told you about this.
Okay. You might have to say it again because I don't remember.
When Stranger Things just came out, it wasn't really big, but everyone loved it. It wasn't like huge as it is now. I followed the girl who played 11, Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah, you know this.
Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown. I followed her Twitter, and at this time, she wasn't as famous, so her Twitter was handled by her brother. So in her bio, it said, Twitter managed by whoever it was. And I clicked that because I was curious, and I followed him. And his last tweet was his Snapchat, so I added him on Snapchat. And he added me back. Millie Bobby Brown's brother. Say that 10 times fast. Millie Bobby Brown's brother added me on Snapchat. Added me back. We started talking back and forth, and I was like asking him questions about, I don't know, how's it like having a actress as a sister, and how's she like, and what's your dog's name, and and all that stuff, and we're actually snapping back and forth pictures and stuff, and that was actually kind of cool. And at one point I was doing this YouTube stupid series. I forgot what I did, but I wanted him to be a part of it, so I asked him. I was like, "Can you be a part of my series on YouTube?" He ignored me.
He ignored you?
He ignored me.
Oh my god.
I think he blocked me.
I mean, well, I can kinda...
He's a cool guy though, but I think he's annoyed. I think he's annoyed about everyone asking him about.
Yeah, because he probably has like several people a day like hit him up about his sister.
But I completely understand, brother of Millie Bobby Brown. If you're listening, it's okay. I understand.
And then he just like hits you back, and he's just like, "Hey,
it starts with a C.
I'll join."
I swear it starts with a C, like Connor or something like that. But
it's amazing. Like, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but sorry. There was this like rapper. Well, I didn't really know him that well at the time, but now I do. He sings that song, "Me, Myself, and I."
G-Eazy?
Yes, G-Eazy. He came and he followed me on Twitter.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
So I didn't know who he was, and I was like, okay. Like, because I thought it was like one of those like local rappers, because like you get them, they'll add you, and they'll be like, "Hey, yo, share my link. I'm getting big, about to drop an album, like, And I'm just like, okay, like, no. Well, I thought it was like one of those again, okay? I know. How could you not know G-Eazy? I get it. Trust me. I know now. But then now I look on my list and see him, and I'm just like, oh my god, he's following me. How? Why? What am I doing that is making him want to follow me? I'm not even doing anything. Did he hit you up in the DMs? No. I think he just probably like went on a following spree or something. Like, I don't know. Even the guy that did that, sadly, I don't want to say this, but the guy that did the Dirty Myrtle show, what's his name?
What? Are you talking about Myrtle Manor?
Yeah, Myrtle Manor. Sorry.
Myrtle Manor?
I couldn't think of the name. He followed me on Twitter also.
Are you talking about Bandit?
I don't remember his name.
The guy with the poofy hair?
No. The one that like worked at Senior Frogs and all that.
Oh, the promoter for Senior Frogs? Mm-hmm. He's like Tyler, that's his name.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, oh man. I met, he drives in like a car and it's all tinted black.
Yeah.
Like,
but he followed me on Twitter. And I was just like, okay, I don't really care about that. Like, like to me, I felt like that wasn't that big of a deal because he was right there.
That time, I'm related to the owners of that park.
That's really crazy.
Yeah, I'm like,
you want to hear something even crazier though? Apparently, my parents, when I told them about the show and showed them, they had went to go find a house in there, like to stay in there.
They could have been on TV.
Well, not a house, but like a mobile home.
They could have been on TV. But I went to Myrtle Manor because we were curious. Me and my parents were curious about what it looked like. Mm-hmm. And then the owners of the park welcomed us with open arms. They're like, "Come in here to the office. Let's talk a little bit." And they're like really nice. And we're talking, and like, and the wife of the owner was talking, and she's like really big into family trees, and like, yep. My mom was like, "So the road where we live in," and she was like naming certain parts of where I used to live, and she's like, "Yep, I know those people down there. I know family. I know this and that." And apparently we're really closely related. Like, really closely related.
It's like, it's crazy because in other cities it's like, oh, you found out you're related to somebody. But like in this kind of town, you find out you're related and everybody's like, oh, that's not a surprise to me.
Everybody's related here. It's kind of bad.
Like,
it's kind of bad.
Like, you're just like, oh, you know so-and-so? And it's bad because like you could say your last name and somebody's like, oh, I know your mom. Like... It's like, dang, you just can't even go in. You can't even go to Walmart without someone. Yeah. I went with my aunt, and the cashier even knew me at Walmart. Knew my grandmother. I didn't even meet my grandmother. Like, she, went before I was even born, so I never even got to meet her. So like, she's looking at me and she's like, "Oh, I know your grandma," and I'm like, "What? Like what? How do you even know, lady?" Like, it was just weird. Like, especially from somebody at Walmart. Like, it's just like...
If we go to Walmart tonight, back in my hometown, I will bump into probably like 4 or 5 people that I know.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's crazy.
Bumped into someone today.
Oh my gosh.
Bumped into someone today.
Did you really?
Yeah, we did. At Walmart.
Who? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
No, I saw one of my friends there, and it's like one of those things where like you walk by and you're like, do I need to say hello or do I need to just like,
But we made eye contact, so at that point we gotta initiate.
I mean, like, because I don't want to be rude, I'm not trying to be rude to nobody.
Yeah.
I was just like in a hurry trying to get my stuff for my costume, like kind of in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's it's one of those things where it's like you don't know if that was the person or not. Like I almost thought like I was like, is that who it is? Is that who I think it is? But it ended up being who it was because I felt like I was gonna like be waving at somebody I didn't even know. I was like, oh god,
we're getting our Halloween stuff.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it is a hard thing to find suspenders. Okay, I had a time today trying to find a pack of suspenders. I still haven't even found the bow tie. I can't even I know where the bow tie is, but it's a mess. Also found a lot of cool stuff at the mall today. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, it's at that time of year where it's like I can't tell if it's gonna be a busy day at the mall or if it's gonna be like a slow day at the mall.
You're telling me I used to work at the mall and I never knew.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. I never knew like when it was gonna be busy. Just happened randomly.
No, the worst is like that Starbucks that's in the mall. Like
it's always busy.
It's just like if it's either like dead and you get a chance to actually grab a cup, or like you're trying so hard to get in line because there is like a whole line out the door. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. Like
Starbucks, man. I'll wait in a line for that. Unless I'm in a hurry.
You know what's really cool? Okay, have you been to Washington D.C.?
No, I have not.
The coolest thing there that I went to visit a cousin of mine, and the mall there is like 2 or 3 stories high. Like it is amazing. Like I was like, the only thing is like I know that all malls are expensive, but this place, dude, oh my gosh, it's crazy expensive. It's like they know that tourists are coming. You know? Yeah. But, like, it's really cool. Like, they have a lot of stores that you wouldn't even think about. Like, well, I mean, here. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you walk into here and you're like, oh, yeah, everybody's got a Rue 21.
Spencer's. Journeys.
Yeah, but, like, you
Brookstone.
Yeah, but, like, you go over into a place, like, in the D.C. mall, and it's like, oh, my God, there's a store for this?
Do they have exclusive stuff? Like, only in D.C.?
I didn't really pay attention too much. I got a D.C. shirt there.
Okay.
That was the biggest thing. I was trying my hardest to at least match it. Like, get something to bring back. The entire, like, state there was amazing. Like, beautiful. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, a lot of people make it out like it takes a lot to, like, go and visit that kind of place. Like, they're like, oh, you gotta have a good bit of money when you go on vacation there. No, you don't.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you can do there for actually cheap prices. Like, it's not as bad as you think. And if you're somebody that, like, likes to go out to eat a lot or something like that, then yeah, you might want to bring a little bit more money. But it's pretty neat, though.
I've always wanted to go. I mean, it's the capital of our nation. Yeah. So I kind of want to go and check it out.
It's just, oh my God. The truffles there, chocolate truffles, oh my God.
Are these the truffles? Are these the type of truffles that you have to have pigs find in the ground?
I don't think so.
They like have herds of pigs, and the pigs like they oink whenever there's a truffle.
Oh, okay. No,
these are expensive.
I don't know. All I know is it's made of chocolate and it's candy. I don't know.
Oh man.
I also cut hair. I love to do that. It's my favorite thing to do. It relaxes me. It's like I feel like I'm telling like my life story or something, but like how people like go gardening and they're like, "Oh, this helps me relax." Mm-hmm. Puts me at ease. Or like people that like to bake and they're like, oh yeah, I like to bake cakes. It relaxes me. Mm-hmm. And I'm over here just like, I like to cut hair. Like it relaxes me. Like I like to chop people's hair off for a living.
Yeah. The other reason why I saved $20 like
Isn't it crazy how much a haircut is?
20 freaking bucks.
My haircut. Okay, I had my hair down like past my shoulders.
Yeah.
To get it cut all off. Just to cut it all off. Not to style it, nothing like that. $30.
30.
I was like, are you kidding?
Just a little chop.
I'm like, hey, but it was the best thing I ever did, though. Because, like, hey, not having to do my hair in the morning, just, like, brushing it, hey, I like it.
Yeah, I saw, like, old pictures of you with long hair. Gosh. And I'm like, you look so much better now. You really do.
I feel better. Like, I feel more confident now. I know that sounds weird, but, like, it's like when you chop... As a woman, when you chop all your hair off, it's like, oh, my God.
You don't know.
Weight has been lifted, almost literally and figuratively.
Well, how did everyone react?
I had a lot of people that were like, "No, I missed your long hair. You looked so good with your long hair." And I'm just like,
"Thanks. That's so supportive."
Right? like I've been wanting to cut my hair for a long time, and like a lot of people just like totally basically dissed me in a way, but they weren't trying to be mean about it. It was just one of those things where they tried to say it in a supportive way. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you had a drastic change. Well, several drastic changes. You had long hair for a little bit.
I had really long hair in senior year, and then I think I just gradually cut it shorter throughout the years.
I don't know. It's like as you get older, you just want to like cut a lot of it off. Like you don't want to have to keep up.
Yeah.
You're always on the go, so it's like you don't want to have to try to like, do it constantly. It's just one of those things.
But in middle school and high school, everyone wanted that Bieber haircut. I tried to get that.
That was like back when do you remember when skinny jeans were a big thing?
Yeah, because I had some.
Oh my God.
I was just like... Skinny jeans, skinny black jeans. I had it.
I just thought that was so odd back then. And then like...
But it doesn't make any sense though, because it hurts.
See, my brother said the same thing. He was just like, this is so uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable, but...
He only owned one pair of skinny jeans.
What did the French say about beauty?
I don't know.
There's pain in beauty or something like that? I don't know.
The only French stuff I know is about French fries.
I like croissants. I like croissants.
French fries. That reminds me of like, yeah, French fries are not even French, and I'm like, French fries.
Are they French?
Or are they? I'm sure if you like go to France and make French fries, that's considered French, right?
What about French toast? Is that French?
I don't know, actually. I have to look that up, actually. That's kind of interesting. I mean, like, maybe Zelda could be French. We don't even know.
Zelda's our cat.
Oh, yes. Zelda's our kitty. She's a part of our family now. No, we're not talking about the video game, Zelda.
But we're huge fans. I'm a big fan of Zelda, the game. I'm a big fan of you, too.
You know what's so funny is when people are like, is she a girl or a boy? And I'm like, well, what is Zelda? Like, if you've ever played the game, who is Zelda?
The girl.
Okay, then. So it's a girl.
It's a girl.
I tell you, she's grown up so much, though.
Yeah, she's like the size of this mic. Kind of.
A little bit, yeah. I have to say, with this podcast, like, with what's coming, we are going to do so many different new things. Yeah. So it's going to be, like, kind of a little... What is the word I'm looking for? Like, spontaneous.
Yeah, it can... Yeah, spontaneous. Honestly, what I've learned in life, the spontaneous ideas are normally the best ideas.
Yeah. I mean, now, we aren't close to having videos. It's just not our main focus right now. It's just not something we're trying to do right away.
Yeah. This is mainly like a intro video... telling you who we are, what we do, and giving you a little taste of what we're going to talk about. And I mean,
I get so like stumbled on words because it's like I get so excited talking about it that I want to like tell you guys like everything.
Yeah. And
tell you what we have planned for later on, but like in reality, I can't tell you everything because like it probably would take like more than an hour of a like little podcast to tell you what we're doing. But I'll probably end up telling, like, hints later on. But, no, I'm excited. Honestly, I can't wait till, like, it gets to the point where we don't even have to really worry about whether people like it or not because we'll get the feedback that we need. And it's something I'm excited about because I do want to hear what you guys have to say. Like any ideas or any suggestions or anything, like any kind of criticism, we're totally fine with that.
If you like us, tell us that you like us. If you hate us, just tell us why. You can be like, I don't care if you're like, you guys suck. You need to stop doing this now. We'll keep doing it, even if you say that.
Yeah.
But just tell us why.
I think that was like one of the biggest things, like when you were asking me.
Yeah, I was asking you that.
Like, how would you react if somebody, like, said those things or whatever? Like, said certain, like, hurtful things. Yeah. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm kind of used to that, especially as I've become an adult, because you get people all the time that are just going to say stuff like, I mean, for God's sake, I've done it. Like, I've been out in public and I'll be like, are you stupid? Like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, me with my YouTube channel, I had a whole crap load of negative comments, mainly because my video sucked. Yeah, I had this. Oh man, God, I had this. What was it? It was a microphone review, and one of my highest viewed videos is like this, just a microphone, and it was meant to be stupid. It was meant to be stupid and kind of real but fake, and post-ironic humor. I was trying, and it was like in the early days of me doing YouTube, so it wasn't as good. And this guy commented on it, and he was like, a long list of stuff. He's like, in the middle of the video, I was like, if anyone wants like promotion or anyone wants me to review the product, just let me know. And I was kind of joking about that because I knew I sucked.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And then this guy wrote a long paragraph saying no one will ever let you review their stuff because you suck. You should stop doing this now. And I commented, and I was like,
he was going on a storm.
Yeah, it was a long paragraph, and I still have it up on there. I never delete. I replied to the comment, and I was like, thanks for the comment.
Yeah, I mean,
comments, negative or bad, they raise you up in the search engine.
Well, I mean, I feel like, yeah, I can see that.
YouTube sees it as engagement. Likes, dislikes, negative comments, good comments, it's engagement.
But I mean, like, you're always going to have, like, a certain crowd of people that's not going to like you.
Yeah.
I mean, for God's sake, that's like older people when they, like, don't like it that younger people are doing certain things, you know? I mean, I just use that as an example. But, like, I mean, for instance, like, YouTuber-wise, look at PewDiePie. I mean, he's not perfect, but at the same time, he has a lot of haters, too. I've seen a lot of his hate mail.
I love PewDiePie, but I feel like every couple months there's something that he did that was stupid. Just plain stupid. Oh, yeah. He needs to... He's great, though. He's one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. But he does some stupid stuff sometimes.
I've seen him... Well, okay. He was actually the first, gamer YouTuber, I guess
he started the whole thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, he was one of the first. I didn't even know about anybody else. He was the initial one. When I saw his stuff, I was like, oh, wow. I didn't even know about that game. So it was kind of cool to see. And that, you could review games and people would actually be interested in watching you play. Mm-hmm. That, to me, that was a cool realm to go into. Mm-hmm. Watching people play games. Because it was
funny.
Yeah,
he still is, but...
he is now, but, he's just not... To me, he doesn't catch my attention as much. And then, this is gonna sound crazy, but I don't do well with the clickbaits. They're just not my thing.
Yeah.
But him as, him and some of his stuff, I still like some of it, you know?
Yeah, I loved it when he made that cameo appearance in that iDubbbz.
Oh, that was funny.
He just came out of nowhere.
When he did that, I was awesome. I was like, that is really cool.
I love to meet him.
Man, I tell you, I don't know. If I could pick any YouTuber to meet...
I know mine off the bat.
You do? What is it? Who is
Ethan and Ela. I'll go up there. Okay, so I'm not the type of person that will... If I see a celebrity or YouTuber or something, I won't go up to them and hug them and stuff because they don't want that. No. But I'll have to hold that urge to hug Ethan and Ela. I'll have to hold that urge because they're such nice, genuine people.
Man, I love them. I don't even know who I would want to meet. Because, I really like iDubbbz. I really do. I
love iDubbbz.
His humor is just so, weird, but it's
I feel like I have a little bit of iDubbbz in me. That sounds weird, doesn't it?
I feel like everybody at one point in their life had a part of, iDubbbz in them. That kind of humor. I personally feel like maybe it would be him. I think I would go with him.
iDubbbz?
Yeah. I would like to meet iDubbbz.
iDubbbz, yeah.
Just because he looks like he'd be fun to hang out with. Mm-hmm. I feel like if I showed up to his house, if he was trying to give me a tour and was like, all right, come on in, whatever.
This is my crab.
Yeah. I feel like I would have more fun. I probably would be rolling on the floor laughing more.
Yeah.
Than anything.
I feel like he's the funniest YouTuber.
Yeah.
I think he's the funniest one.
I think
I didn't necessarily say the best, but he's definitely the funniest one. But Ethan and Ela, I would love to meet them. I've always thought about meeting them, mainly because I just watched them for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, their stuff is pretty cool. I'm really interested in their line. like their clothing line.
Oh, that's coming out like this week.
Yeah, I'm excited for that because
That looks great.
I think it's different. You know, like it catches your eye. Like I get tired of like don't get me wrong, simplicity is awesome. Like I mean, I love shirts that have like, you know, just little sayings on it and things like that. That doesn't take up the whole shirt and stuff. Oh. I don't know, like their stuff is a little bit different. It just catches your eye. It's like, why would you see that on a shirt?
I want that bomber jacket.
Oh yeah.
I want that bomber jacket. I want a hat. I want one of those hats too. I can't believe they were really professional about this. I thought they were just going to do it themselves, but it's actually a big old company. I mean, business. And they have like models modeling their clothes.
See, that's awesome.
It's great to see them grow like that. Every time I see them do something big, I'm like, oh,
I love
that's
seeing
awesome.
people do what they love. I like seeing people do what they're good at too.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, look at them. Look at them striving to do what they can do.
They're doing such a good job with the podcast.
Yeah.
Like the first couple episodes were...
when they had Rick and Morty, the guy that did the voices for Rick and Morty, I was like, this is really cool. Like, they're so at home with it. Like, they're not all over him and asking him 1,000 questions. Like, they joke with him and, like, act as if he's, like, a part of their team. You know what I mean? Like, and I love that. Like, they don't act like they're having a guest. They act like that guest is a part of their
friend,
thing. Yeah. So I think that's really cool.
They had Boogie on there. They had Total Biscuit. The Total Biscuit one was kind of cool. He's a YouTuber. He does like video game stuff. He's like battling stage 4 cancer right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's really terrible. He went into detail about chemotherapy and all that, and that was really like awesome to listen to.
Well, guys, I think it's gonna be good for now. I think we'll come back to this and
wrapping it up.
Yeah, I think we'll have to wrap it up for this time around. We try to keep it kind of short just for the first one. I say a lot of ums, I feel like. But
we'll iron that out.
Yeah, we can iron that out. Well, I'll get used to that. I'm a little nervous. Bear with me.
This is our first. We've never done a podcast before. We don't know what we're doing.
I don't even care if like talking about it, saying how like nervous I am and stuff. Like it's at the point where I'm like, the whole world's gonna see my life one day. It doesn't even matter. I mean, I'm on the internet. They see my life anyways, so.
Yeah.
But you guys, so long for me and Beautiful Nasty. I hope you like this. I really do. Daniel, did you want anything to say before we go?
Don't unsubscribe to me.
It's like, oh, let's unsubscribe and go to Beautifully Nasty.
No, like seriously, my channel right now, I love it. That's my child. But this right now is awesome. I don't care. Like, just listen to this. Don't even care about my channel right now. Listen to this. This is awesome. I'm really excited to do this. We're going to keep at it. We're going to try to do it once a week.
Yep.
We're going to try to do it once a week. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I hear you say try, but most likely, yes.
Yeah,
Every week is going to be something new. But, like, you know, comment and, like, subscribe and all that.
Yeah.
But, like, tell us what else you want to hear from us, you know. Give us some ideas. We are new to this thing, but there are going to be things that we already know. We've already got things written down. We already got ideas. So don't freak out. Don't think we're just doing one and then we haven't had anything for the rest because we've already got plans.
Oh, we got ideas for, like, how many? Like 10, 15 episodes.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely going to be exciting. So stay tuned because there will be more. And we're excited to hear from you guys. So I think this is the end for us.
We love you.
I guess I love you too. No, I'm just kidding. No. We
love our viewers.
Be careful, because Grandma's coming. I'm just kidding. I'm so just kidding.
Yeah, I'm excited about this connection between us, and I don't know how to end this really.
I know, it's like I almost don't want to end it.
I don't want to end it.
But at the same time, it's like, there will be more.
It's like going to a fair and you having all this good times and you don't want it to end. But this is just the first episode. There's going to be more.
Yeah, there will be a lot more like intros and outros and all that. We're just not that coordinated right at this time because it's our first one.
Yeah, we'll get it. Follow us on Twitter.
Yes. Follow us on Twitter.
Instagram.
We will put like links and stuff wherever we post this. So don't feel like you're going to be sheltered out. It will be done.
YouTube is our main thing right now, but we may go on SoundCloud in the future.
Yeah.
Something like
Definitely.
that.
I think SoundCloud is another way to go. So
Right now it's just audio. We may do video later. So yeah, there's a lot of things to look forward to.
And tell your friends. I mean, tell your friends about us. We like a lot of like nerdy stuff, geeky stuff. So if you have a nerdy or geeky friend, there's the person to tell. I mean, right there.
Don't start with your friend. Tell your parents. Tell your grandma. Tell your priest.
Grandma's listening to.
Tell your priest. Tell your teacher. Tell your colonoscopist.
Tell your dog.
Tell your dog.
Your dog might need something to listen to when he goes outside. You just never know.
Yeah.
I mean, he may need to go to the bathroom, and he may need something to listen to.
We also love your dog.
Anyways, guys, it's great talking to you, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye.